Hi guys, it's Erin. We are now 10 weeks and 4 days, so 10 and a half weeks post-op. I did make a video at the 8-week mark, but in true Erin style, I forgot to post it. But anyway, so for me, the 10-week mark, there's been a lot that's happened at 10 weeks. My physio is progressing fairly well. Lots of range up, lots of range out this way. I'm still struggling with rotation, external and internal, from pretty much any position. And I absolutely cannot get my hand behind my back. That's my biggest hurdle at the moment, but still working really hard on it, doing all my physio exercises and accommodated exercises. So my physio has set this one with a towel. So once I get out of the shower, I use my surgery arm and have the bottom of the towel, and my good arm has the top of the towel, and I pull my arm up my back. Now I like to do my physio essentially twice a day, at least. And so I can't obviously do that at work. So at work, all I try and do is at the base of my spine, I try and put my hands together, like holding my hands behind my back. And that's a struggle. You know, pre-surgery, I was able to get both hands and clasp them at my shoulder blades behind my back, and that's just going to take a lot of work, and I have to be patient, and patience is not one of my virtues at all. So what else? Really back teaching. I'm trying to use my arm as much as possible. I don't really have so much pain. The kids are really good when, I say with my classical girls, and I try and go up to 5th position, and I can only get this arm to here. They know what I'm talking about. So my girls are being very accommodating. The same with my TAB students. If I only do half an arm, they know what I want. So that's really good for me, and it's excellent of them. They've been wonderful. Sleeping, still not great, but I have figured out weeks and weeks ago, when I had to come onto the couch and I had to have that pillow tucked under my arm, I've actually gone back to that. I was trying to prop myself up, sleeping flat, and it wasn't working, but I find if I sleep back with the towel propped under my arm, it's not too bad. I still have to almost wake up entirely to roll because I've got to bring it all with me. I have actually asked and got a script for some more pain meds specifically for nighttime, because I'm not getting a full night's sleep at all. And so obviously that's causing other issues, and I need my sleep. But as I said, there have been small achievements, and that's my main thing. I always have my physio sessions on a Tuesday, and my little week date for my surgery was a Wednesday, so I can work it out there. But this Tuesday coming, I can go back to the gym, so I'm very looking forward to that. I probably could have gone back a week or two ago, but I really wanted to have, a couple of really good physio sessions underneath my belt, get some really basic strength and movement back in my arm. My physio has told me that about the 12-week mark, they consider the surgery secure. But given that I'm a type 1 diabetic, these things can get slightly extended out. My blood sugar controls have been very good, and my results for all my blood tests and my blood work have been very good for my diabetes. But, even the best control, this still can happen. So it may end up being working at a 14-week mark for total security, but, going back to the gym at about 11 weeks with a couple of physio sessions under my belt, they don't think there'll be too much issues with that. Of course, I've got very strict, and I'll have very strict conditions on what I can and cannot do. how heavy the weights are I'm allowed to lift. I think I go back from, it was never anything heavy. I hadn't been going to the gym long pre-surgery, but, we're probably looking at going back to 1 kilo weights. And while I'm going to feel very pathetic with 1 kilo weights, it'll be good. It'll be good to get back into the gym, get some, good cardio happening, running, walking, bike, leg days. I've just been so hesitant about going back to all of that, but actually really, really looking forward to it as well. So that's weird. Anyway, the 10-week mark, some achievements. So last Tuesday, I was talking to my physio, and I was saying how I was sick to death of having to wear like a side plait or a side low ponytail, because there was no way I could not, at one stage I could get my hands on my head to here, and you can't do anything with your hair. Like, then you've got certain rotations you need to be able to do to put your hair up into a ponytail. So on Tuesday I said that to my physio, and I was like, oh, it's just driving me nuts. And he said, well, that's a good goal to work towards. And so I completely agreed with him. It was an achievable goal within the next week, 2 weeks maybe, depending on me and my body. And I absolutely kid you not, 10 weeks and 1 day post-op, so the Thursday after my physio, I had my hair in a low ponytail back here, and I was very excited about that. Like, ridiculously excited to not have my hair on the side of my head. I put this in today. I have exceptionally long hair. Well, it's long enough. But getting that in was certainly an achievement, and I'm just a little bit proud of myself, because I love having these top messy buns with my hair, particularly on a Sunday when I'm really just bumming around the house a bit and doing housework. Having it all up, it's just, it's adult life exciting. The other thing, and this one was today, and I put a bra on today for the first time in 10.5 weeks. I obviously couldn't do it up at the back, so what I did is I did it up underneath my boobs at the front, and then I swiveled it all around, and I got my arm through, and I got my other arm through, and woohoo! Support! I've been wearing these like elastic crop top things, and they've been fine. They have. But oh my god, I'm back in a bra, and it makes me so happy. It's a bit of a marathon to get in, and I'm thinking, it's almost 9 p.m. on a Sunday evening, so I am looking at almost starting to get ready for bed. I can imagine the marathon is going to happen trying to take the bloody thing off, but I don't care. I'm back in a bra. It's the simple things, and it is these small achievements that, they help me understand that my physio is working, and those small achievements, those small goals, they're the ones we've got to work for. I fell into my own trap probably just over a week ago. So not at my last physio appointment. I think it was the one before, so about the 9-week mark. And there was a young kid, I would say 15, somewhere between 16 and 19, in one of the other curtained off areas, who had some kind of shoulder surgery. Now, I don't know what type of shoulder surgery he had. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what kind of shoulder surgery he had. I don't know what kind of damage or injury he had. I just know he had shoulder surgery. And all I could hear while I was laying on my back with my physio massaging and manipulating my shoulder, stretching it out, causing me agony. All I can hear from this other cubicle is the physio going, oh my God, I can't believe how much movement you got. I can't believe this. How come it's only been 4 weeks? And oh my God. And I'm sitting there going, this is not fair. Now, I promised myself I wouldn't fall into that trap because I don't know his circumstances. I have no idea what he had done. But here I was comparing my recovery, my surgery that I completely understand, to some person who I've got absolutely no concept of their surgery. And I felt crap because, I'm struggling with strength and moving and flexibility in my shoulders. And there's this kid behind me, and these physios like, oh my, and he's raving about how much. And I realised once I got into my car how very stupid that was, and how I can't believe I just fallen into my own trap. But I certainly won't be doing it again. But these small goals, okay, excellent. I can get my hair into a bun now on the top of my head. And I can get a bra on sort of funny, and I am back using my right hand in the bathroom. But there's just I've got to set myself little other goals now. I think now it should be with strength and flexibility to my back. That's where a lot of it has to lie. But I do know that this process is slow. I was warned from people online. I was warned from my pre-physio. I was warned from my surgeon. I was warned from my aunt who's a physio. Everyone told me this would be slow. And I knew it would be slow. But there's slow and my complete lack of patience, and they don't go hand in hand. But I am that stubborn sort of person in that I will do what needs to be done to get it done, to prove that I can do it. And that is ingrained in my personality. If someone tells me I can't do something, or if I need to do all this work to achieve this particular goal, yep, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to prove to you that I can do that, and I'm going to prove to myself that I can do that. And that's the kind of person and personality traits that I have. I can completely understand, though, if there are people out there, I have the thoughts of just, why am I doing this? It's not going to get any better. I see no progress. And I completely understand those thoughts of dejection when you think it's not getting any better, when you look around and you think, Christ, I can't do this and I can't do that, and that used to be easy and now it's like takes me 10 minutes to do. So I am going to give just a little piece of advice if you're feeling that way. And I'm going to say to you, set smaller goals. Still have those big goals, those end of the line goals. I have them. So for me, 12 months pre-op, I want to be where I was just before surgery, while I still had that tear. I want to have the mobility and the strength that I had just before pre-op at 12 months after op. Then 2 years post-op, I'm looking at no pain and full movement. That's my goals. But in the interim, I do set small goals. Getting my hair up into a ponytail or a bun on the top of my head, that was a small goal. Getting a bra on, this is a goal I've had since I got out of hospital. Okay, so, I think for the first 4 days at my parents' place, I wore a single top and no bra. I was dying to get some support happening. But small goals. Have those big goals, but set smaller achievable goals. It's like when people try to lose weight. You can't expect to lose 50 kilos in 6 months. Do small goals, small achievable goals. Boom. 2 kilos in a month. Excellent, I did that. Right, next month, 2 kilos another month. Same deal here. Same deal. And look, I get completely dejected. I used to be so strong. I was doing some cleaning the other day and I found some of my old athletic medals. And I was a thrower, shot put, javelin, right? I made it to state finals 3 or 4 years in a row. I was so strong. And I have none of that now. But I know if I work at it, small goals. You know, I hope by the end of August that I'm allowed to be lifting 5 kilo weights. It's a small goal. Maybe it's achievable, maybe it's not, but it's a goal, it's an aim. So I say if you're feeling dejected or a bit lost, maybe just, I don't know, try for a smaller goal. Something that is realistically achievable provided you do the work. You cannot set a goal if you don't do the work to achieve it. And that goes for anything in life, but you know, with this, if your shoulders, you've suffered huge trauma to your shoulder. People went in, they sliced your shoulder open, they dug around, they scraped bone out because I had a bone spur removed, they sucked out bursa and they may have trimmed up your labrum and smoothed it all back out. I didn't have that, mine was actually really good. And then if you're a bit like me, they went in and they screwed your tendon back to your shoulder. That's trauma, you know? It's not just like breaking your leg and having your bone mend back together. There's physical trauma to your body. It's gonna take time. And I'm gonna have to eat my own words. And I know I've got to realize this. But things are getting better. I work at it and I work hard at it, and sometimes working hard at it and not really achieving anything is dejecting. But then, you know, maybe, you know, if I have my weekly physio and, you know, in the week we've done the exercises, I may not be able to achieve the goal I set, but 2 days later, boom, I've got it. I'm not going to give up because I don't achieve my goals on the day. They're still achievable goals. You know, just may not get them by the deadline I've set, but I will get them, always. And so I'm, like I said, the 10-week mark for me has been pretty big. And I'm hopeful that in the next few weeks, particularly with going back to the gym and being able to do some basic weights and some more training and stuff, that I'll get stronger and then things will become more easier. But that's me, and that's my recovery and my outlook on all of this at the moment. So, you know, if you're going through this at the moment or you're prepping for it, you know, keep your head up. It is a lot of work, but it's work we do together. It's work we have to do. We wanted this fixed, needs to be fixed. It's fixed. Now we've got to get it all back. And guys, I know if I can do it, anyone out there can do it. Okay? So, happy Sunday evening from me down here in Australia to wherever you are watching this. I hope that, you know, your day is happy and bright and cheerful, and, you know, and look, if it's not, tomorrow's another day. All right? Love you guys. Bye.